What's up, YouTube? Today we are talking about the Noname and Electronica drama, and we're gonna get into it, man. If you don't know, you will know. As always, I'm K on aka K on Put You On, and I talk about music, man. Let's get into it. I want to start this video kind of explaining where all this started from. Noname talks about basically that she's gonna have Electronica be on her album, right? She kind of released, that was going to be like a single for her album. It was going to be a Electronica feature. She gets in a whole Twitter beef, bro. She gets in a whole Twitter thing. Basically, because people are criticizing her because of Electronica basically is anti-Semitic. And as you know, Noname, she's supposed to be super progressive, is very against homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism, all that, bro. So, this Electronica thing's happening, and you're like, oh, what did Electronica do? He hates Jewish people, and that's his vibe, I guess. And we'll go through basically the history. Obviously, none of this is okay. If I make it seem lighthearted, it's not a lighthearted situation, but I do want to express my condolences to the Jewish community, as this is out of pocket. I acknowledge it. But we still gotta look at it, man. So let's do it, man. Let's do it. 15 years ago, this is what a lot of people have been quoting. It's from a song called Bitches and Drugs. Bitches and Drugs by Electronica. And it kind of goes, Jadolf Spittler, the rap Hitler, one-man militia. And as you can see, that's a crazy bar. He has had some very, anti-Jewish bars as well, and other instances. This is just the main one because it's like a crazy bar. This is the actual song right here, so we'll play this right here.
When they in the presence of the sensei, the flow is muy caliente. Jadolf Spittler, rap Hitler, one-man militia, burning niggas live with the scripture. The sound wave.
And as you can hear, he says burning niggas live with the scripture. Obviously anti-Semitic. I don't even need to get into all that. You understand. But that is crazy, bro. Like, I don't even understand, bro. I rock with my Jewish homies. I'm rocking with y'all, man. And then, so Noname, this is the Electronica backstory, basically. And so Noname gets called out for this. It happens, there's a ton of TikToks about it, man. So many TikToks. This was the actual announcement, was balloons. 721, Electronica. Basically, Noname doesn't... I love Noname. I think her music's very, cool. I think she has very good takes sometimes. And she's from Chicago, and I think she reps Chicago a lot. And honestly, puts a lot on for the city. Especially for me not being here, I know all the things that she does. I've only lived, a few hours away, and now I actually live in Chicago and kind of see the impact that she has. So I don't want to necessarily hate on Noname. I think this is, she's in a weird spot, right? But she gets criticized for this. And she says, another white man who doesn't even make music put Electronica on his album. He curated it. And again, crickets low. But niggas see me as a mascot for a woke mob, so I get it. I think she just kind of, pushes it to the side. Kind of playing, pointing fingers. Oh, he did this too. That's crazy. The deleted tweet is basically criticizing her, I do believe. Niggas legit rap about actual murder, assault, and they commit in real life. And y'all can't take a Electronica verse. Please drink water and be safe out here. I'll see y'all when my album drops in a few weeks. Sending love and prayers. Again, another weird take, bro. I really don't understand her. I think it comes off very weird. If Kanye had a Electronica verse, I wouldn't bat an eye. I wouldn't be surprised. But when Noname has it just seems kind of weird, and she's defending it so heavily, I don't understand. And yeah, so this person calls out that Jadolf Spittler verse specifically, and she said, been seeing a lot of critiques about my choice to include Jay on my song. If you disagree with his political and religious beliefs, that's fine, but to compare him with Hitler, a man responsible for the extermination of millions, is wild as fuck to me. It's truly not that deep. And it's not even them comparing him to Hitler. He compared himself to Hitler. He said he was Hitler. He said he's the rap Hitler is what he said. I think it's interesting. I think a lot of hate is masked behind political ideology, and they're like, this is my political and religious belief. You still shouldn't hate on people, especially comparing yourself to someone who actually committed heinous crimes against them. I think that's a crazy take. And Noname just defends this and saying we're in the wrong for criticizing her. And I think it's just weird. Because this isn't a political or religious belief. This is very much a moral and ethical dilemma. He doesn't like Jewish people. He hates on Jewish people, and he compares himself to someone who massacred a whole 6 million people just based on the religion, bro. It's deep, bro. It's deep. And she doesn't really see that. And she says it's truly not that deep. And it is. It just is. And then she's like, y'all don't want the album, fine. It feels like, I don't know, it feels very childish. Like, obviously people want the album. We just don't want a Jay Electronica verse on an album where you're talking about racism. And then you're going to have somebody who is racist on your album. Doesn't make any sense, bro. She sees a critique as, like, no one wants her music. When the critique is, like, that there shouldn't be a Jay Electronica verse. And I get that's your homie and, like, you want to defend him, but it's just kind of weird, right? Okay, this shit is blowing now. I have my critiques on the Nation of Islam myself, but, bro, what? Nazis were murdering people. Maybe I purposely did a song with Jay Electronica to alienate my white fans. Maybe I did it because he's my favorite rapper. Maybe I'm black and got bigger fish to fry. I don't know. Yeah, I'm black. This is alienating me, to be honest. Maybe I'm not black enough for it. I am light-skinned. I don't know. I'm light-skinned. So I don't know. And under this light, I may look bright-skinned. So who knows, man? But I just think it's a weird take, bro. I think it's very odd to have this stance. Like, we are black, but I think, like, you should also not promote hate. I think that's easy. Like, I think it's fair to be like, oh, I have a lot of things to worry about, and maybe, like, these things aren't at the top of my priority, but you are prioritizing putting a nigga who hates on people at the top. That's crazy to me, bro. And I just don't really understand it. And this criticism goes on for a long time before she just deletes her social media. So you may be wondering, like, this Jay Electronica verse has to be insane for her to defend him like this. Let's see. Let's check it out. The album is dropped, so let's check it out. This is Sundial.
I shook back like casino dice. Satan called me magical Negro. Cool, you got that. I popped on the world stage with my AK cocked back. Saw the royal family and half to get my...
I actually don't think his verse is horrible. Genuinely, I don't think his verse is that bad. He does have some... He talks about Ukraine and stuff, I think, in this verse. But it's not that bad. I wouldn't have kept it on, though. That's just me. I wouldn't have kept it on. And maybe I'm not a big enough rapper to understand that. And there is rap politics here. Like, I know Noname's supposed to be, like, very progressive and stuff. And she kind of has the image that, like, she doesn't care about these politics. If it wasn't that big of a deal, she probably would have removed the Jay Electronica verse. She got so much kickback for it. But that can really hurt your relations with other rappers. Even me making this video might hurt my relation with other rappers. But I just want to say, like, this topic is complicated, but I think it has a very easy solution of, one, do not promote hate against another group of people. That's very simple. And two, if someone does have these crazy ideologies, don't put them on your album, especially when you're a very woke rapper. You're very progressive. You're very anti-hate. And then you put somebody who does hate on your album. I think it defeats your message a little bit. I think Noname's music has a place in this world, and I think it has a very important place. But it can't shine as it should because it's staggered by a nigga who hates Jewish people. And this isn't like a critique on the Nation of Islam. There's people in the Nation of Islam that don't hate Jewish people. Just don't hate. I think it's easy not to hate. Because they're not the issue here. Like, right? Like, this is not a political take or anything. Don't hate on Jewish people. That's not a political thing. That's just a moral thing. Just don't do it. Honestly, I don't want to use my channel to, like, get into, like, out of different controversies like this, but I think when we're talking about hip-hop and the importance it has on the political sphere, which is the origin of a lot of hip-hop, a lot of the important hip-hop, in my opinion. I mean, you can even go to, like, Grandmaster Flash, The Message. You can go to, like, Tupac. You can go to Kendrick Lamar, to Butterfly. You can even go to, like, Wu-Tang Clan. Like, a lot of hip-hop and most of hip-hop is rooted in a lot of political ideologies or different walks of life. And I think it's important to acknowledge that there is a negative aspect to this as well, of where you have these rappers that have these bad takes and bad moral stances, and they're still promoting them through their raps, and they're being promoted by other rappers. Noname holds a special place in rap because that is her whole brand, her whole identity, whether she likes it or not. That's just kind of what has been created. Noname's side, I just strongly disagree with it. Being nonchalant about hate is crazy. I don't understand Jay Electronica's take. Don't hate Jewish people. That is my final opinion on the video, on the vibes. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, I'm Kayhan, aka Kayhan Puts You On. I know this was like more of a serious-ish video and not like so lighthearted, but hip-hop means a lot to me, and I want to talk about the things that I think are very impactful to hip-hop. So that's my vibe. I love you guys and appreciate you guys, especially my Jewish homies. Be safe out there, man. Jay Electronica hates you, but Kayhan doesn't. As always, like and follow if you like the content. I talk about music. Peace out, be smooth, man.